Rethinking breakfast for a healthier heart. For decades, we've been told that a heart-healthy breakfast means starting our day with a bowl of oats and a glass of orange juice. It sounds innocent, even virtuous. But recent scientific findings and a more nuanced understanding of how our body processes certain foods are turning that advice on its head. Here's the truth: a breakfast centered around eggs may actually be better for your heart than the standard carb-heavy morning ritual of oats and fruit juice. Let's unpack this with clarity, science, and zero fluff. By Dad. The problem with oats and orange juice: glucose spikes. Both oats and orange juice are high in carbohydrates, which the body rapidly converts into glucose sugar once consumed. This causes a spike in blood sugar levels, also known as a glucose spike. And while glucose is an essential energy source, frequent or extreme spikes can be harmful, especially to the cardiovascular system. Even if you're not diabetic, these spikes can damage your endothelial cells, the cells that line the inside of your blood vessels, leading to inflammation and the early development of heart disease. Research supporting the concern. Two major studies underline this concern. 1. Study 1. Postprandial hypoglycemia as an etiological factor in vascular disease. This study highlights how fluctuations in blood sugar, especially after meals, can trigger vascular inflammation and oxidative stress, two key drivers of heart disease. 2. Study 2. Oscillating glucose is more deleterious to endothelial function and oxidative stress than mean glucose. Here, researchers found that glucose variability, those ups and downs caused by sugar-heavy meals, damages blood vessels more than sustained high glucose levels. In other words, spikes are worse than consistently high but steady sugar. This means that your healthy bowl of oats and fruit juice might be doing more harm than good, especially when consumed first thing in the morning, when insulin sensitivity is lower for many people. Why eggs are a superior breakfast option. Eggs are a high-protein, low-carbohydrate food. They don't cause the rapid glucose rise that carb-based breakfasts do, making them a powerful tool for glucose stability. But their benefits go beyond blood sugar. A landmark study titled, "1 egg per day improves inflammation when compared to an oatmeal-based breakfast without increasing other cardiometabolic risk factors in diabetic patients," found that people with diabetes who ate eggs instead of oatmeal experienced lower levels of inflammation in their bloodstream. This is huge. Why? Because chronic inflammation is a root cause of heart disease. Key takeaways from this study. Eggs reduced inflammation markers linked to cardiovascular risk. Eggs did not worsen cholesterol profiles or increase other risk markers, even in diabetic patients. Satiety was improved, meaning people stayed full longer, reducing the likelihood of overeating or snacking on unhealthy foods later. So, not only do eggs help avoid glucose spikes, but they also actively lower inflammation without any adverse effects on the heart. The hidden danger: trans fats in heart-healthy margarine. In the wake of the low-fat movement, many people replaced traditional fats like butter with heart-friendly spreads, like margarine or plant-based butters made from hydrogenated vegetable oils. Big mistake. Hydrogenated oils contain trans fats, which are now unequivocally linked to heart disease. In fact, trans fats increase LDL cholesterol, the bad kind, decrease HDL cholesterol, the good kind, and promote systemic inflammation, the very thing we're trying to avoid. Today, many countries have banned or severely limited the use of trans fats, but they still exist in some processed spreads, baked goods, and snacks. So avoid anything with partially hydrogenated oils on the label. If you need a spread, opt for real butter in moderation or extra virgin olive oil, which contains anti-inflammatory compounds and healthy monounsaturated fats. The glucose heart health connection you can't ignore. To truly reduce heart disease risk, we must focus not just on cholesterol or fat intake, but also on glycemic control, especially after meals. Key strategies. Eat balanced meals with protein, fat, and fiber. Avoid sugary drinks. Even fruit juice, yes, it spikes glucose. Focus on low glycemic foods like eggs, vegetables, avocados, and unprocessed meats. Final thoughts. Rethinking breakfast for a healthier heart. We've been misled for decades by oversimplified dietary advice. The idea that oats and juice are universally heart healthy ignores how real bodies respond to real food and how glucose management and inflammation play central roles in heart health. Instead of starting your day with a carb bomb and blood sugar roller coaster, try this. 2 or 3 eggs, boiled, scrambled, poached. Sautéed spinach or avocado. A glass of water or unsweetened tea. It's simple, satisfying, and scientifically better for your heart. Eggs aren't the enemy, they're part of the solution.